Alex Bratton, Chief Geek of LexTech here, and I'd like to share a little bit about touchable interfaces in spatial computing and what that means and the types of things we can start thinking about empowering people to do with that. So let's start first very simply. So we're going to look at the Notes application. So in this case, I've got an empty note up here, and I'm going to lean forward and touch it. And I don't know if you could hear that, but as soon as I made contact, I actually heard a sound. So I don't have haptic feedback through my fingers, but the audio feedback definitely told me when I made contact. Now I've got the keyboard in front of me, where again, I can reach in and start typing. Now here's the interesting part. I'm going to type while I'm not actually looking at it. So it's not just about my field of view, it's measuring exactly where my hands are. And again, overlaying my hands in front of the video here so that we can create these touchable interfaces. Let's go to something a little bit more complicated. So moving over to, I've showed this before, LexTech's guided work application. And specifically now, we've got a list here. I can actually navigate that by touching. I can press and actually check items off. And again, as I'm touching, I'm hearing sound. So I know when I've made contact. I can bring up the equipment manual. And here I am looking at the PDF. And I'm scrolling it, again, just a finger here. And then the close box. So being able to manipulate the interface with direct touch. Definitely not suggesting that that's a good standard for things, but it provides some really interesting opportunities. And then finally, as we go over to some richer media, in this case our three-dimensional engine, that I can actually touch. So being able to allow people to manipulate things using just their hands, whether it's a more complicated 3D object, whether it's something as simple as scrolling a document, or anything else that we can dream up, touchable interfaces in spatial computing are going to provide a lot of opportunities.